Hey everybody, I am going to talk to you today about Flipgrid, which is my all-time favorite EdTech application. I have been using Flipgrid pretty much since its infancy, and I am going to talk about the ways that Flipgrid allows you to deliver content in an engaging way. It allows you to assess students. It allows them to keep accountable for their learning, and it allows you to utilize your screen as a screen recorder and as a whiteboard. Pretty cool. So I am going to walk you through all of the really cool features that Flipgrid has. And indeed, Flipgrid has just added a whole bunch of really cool features. So here we go. I'm going to show you my grid. So they have changed grids into groups, just FYI, if you have used Flipgrid in the past. So groups just is your classes. So for example, I have my educational technology class right here. I have my language arts students. I usually, if I have more than one section of a class, like if I have 5 periods of the same class, I usually separate those out into different periods. And then I also create a combined class so that they all can collaborate with each other. So what exactly is Flipgrid, you may ask, if you are not familiar with this technology? So this is basically what it is. I'm going to click on my first hour here. So this is the group, this is the class, my first hour language arts kiddos. And the first thing I like to do is have them introduce themselves. Flipgrid is a way for students to create videos of themselves and their surroundings and their screens, and they're able to write on their screens as well, to explain concepts, to create skits. I love to have my students create vocabulary skits. It is one of my favorite ways to use Flipgrid. You can have them do debates. You can have them, like right here, I have modern superhero movie pitch. I had my students create superhero movies that utilize modern superheroes based on the character traits of Odysseus. And so we read the Odyssey, and it was so much fun to have them modernize the Odyssey. And so they had to create movie pitches for me, and they delivered those movie pitches on Flipgrid. And so this is such a great way to keep students accountable for reading too. So I have reading check-ins. So this is what it looks like. Here we go. I'm going to show you an example. So this is Grace over here. I love, love, love. So you can't hear her, just to keep her privacy. So she read a book, The Nightingale. Oh, such a sad book, but so good. So good, y'all. So Grace is talking me through her lovely reading of The Nightingale. That's how I know that Grace has read this book in depth. It is so much better than giving students a quiz and, multiple choice. This way, I know that Grace has read the book because she is giving me details. She's able to fluently tell me about the book. And I can ask her follow-up questions to really solidify that knowledge. How do I do that? I just add a reply to her video. And from here, I can go to any one of my students' Flipgrids. So what they do is they just record themselves talking through a concept. So I add these topics to my students' group, and then they talk through their concepts. So for example, I have vocabulary skits. The very first thing I start with is class intros. So they introduce themselves. This is such a great way to, number one, learn how to pronounce your students' names. Oh man, I know that awkward thing, or is it Patricia? Is it Patricia? I don't know. Not really. Kirsten? Is it Kirsten or Kirsten? So this is really nice for that. For the class intros, I always have a reply that I give to my students. So for example, I'll show that off. So this is my educational technology group here. This is for my college students from last semester, and they introduced themselves at the very beginning of the year. So I'll show off one of that. So here's Addie. She's introducing herself. And then here you can see that I have my reply right there. And so you can see how many students have replied. It's just me for the introduction. And I make a point to introduce myself and really delve into, oh, I noticed that you have a chinchilla in your introduction video. I love chinchillas. And so instantly you have a connection with your students. You know something about them, and that builds that relationship right off the bat. And it really helps you to really dig into that classroom management right off the bat. Because if they feel a connection with you, at the beginning of the semester, they are much more likely to buy into your class procedures, rules, management system, etc. All right, so that is Flipgrid. Another thing that I want to show you with Flipgrid are all these really cool things. So I'm going to go to my Flipgrid little kind of landing page. And so here are all my groups. I know I have a ton of them. Again, topics are things that you introduce to students to kind of talk through. So for example, here in my demo grid, I have some ideas for you. I have, for example, you can talk about vacation spots in Espanol. This is so great for those speaking and listening skills. Oh my goodness. So Spanish teachers, French teachers, German teachers, you could absolutely use this for actual authentic speaking skills. I love that. You could have them debate, like I said, argumentative writing, reflecting on the writing process, writing check-ins, reading check-ins, analyzing literature. I'm an ELA teacher, so that's my favorite thing. You could have them do a book speed dating thing. Really, the sky's the limit. And if you need more ideas, what you could do is go to this Discovery tab right up here. And my golly, oh, look at how many topics that they have for you to check out and steal. Look at this. Trending topics, pets or no pets? Pets, all the way, pets. So conversation starters, topics to get started. This is great for the beginning of the year. This is so important here. Conversations about race, equity, and justice. Back to school, social and emotional learning, something that is missing, especially as we move into distance learning and virtual learning due to the pandemic. So over here, you can search by subject, you can search by audience, so preschool on up to professional ed, parent and family, etc. You can search topics. So if I want to search Shakespeare, I can search for Shakespeare. Shakespearean insults. I've done that. It's so fun. Okay, so that's the Discovery Library where you can steal topics to use for your classroom, and then you can collect those topics in these little collections. That's a new feature, which I love. Mixtapes over here. Mixtapes, I love, 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 love. You can make highlight reels for your class. For example, you can make student portfolios that collect their snippets of work throughout the year and show them how much they have grown with their speaking and listening skills, with their critical analysis skills throughout the year. What you do is you just select the videos that you want to put into a mixtape, and then you collect it into a little reel, if you will. This is great if you want to have like student shout outs, if you want to create like a year in review. Like I like to do a highlight reel for the year and pick out certain videos to kind of reflect on and watch again at the end of the year. So that's what Mixtapes is. Shorts, this is great for if you need to get out a short video to your students. Maybe you need to teach, okay, let's talk about fractions one more time, y'all. Let's talk about how to write a claim one more time. You can make a short video and send it out via email or anywhere. Grid Pals is one of my favorite things. So over here in the Grid Pals tab, you can be pals, kind of like pen pals, with anybody with the green plus button. Look at how many you can be friends with. Wow. So for example, year before last, I was grid pals with a class in Australia. And by golly, my students and the Australian students, they sent videos back and forth in a very secure setting, by the way. And they were able to learn so much about Australian history, about Australian culture. We learned so many cool things about how in Australia, Christmas is during the summer. So like, what are their Christmas traditions? And it was just so nifty. You could, if you were a Spanish teacher, for example, you could be grid pals with somebody in Spain, in Mexico, in Portugal. I guess they would more speak Portuguese, but still, how cool would it be to be a grid pal with somebody from Turkey or Syria or Armenia? How nifty, nifty, neato. So they have available for us to be grid pals with people all over the world. So all you have to do is click on the plus button and then invite them to be grid pals with you, and then just send videos back and forth between your students and theirs. It is such a great learning experience for your students. All right, so that is Grid Pals. This is a new tab. It's Activity tab, or no, it's not really new, but they just pulled it out from the overall landing page. And this just shows you all the activity that you have had for the week. It gives you some cool badges. Who doesn't love badges? Let's dig into some of the features of Flipgrid real quick. So I am going to record a response. So here I am on a topic, and I'm going to record a response here. And it says, you have up to 5 minutes to record your video. Okay, so here's the thing about this, is you can set a timer on how long you want students to utilize Flipgrid. So it can be from 15 seconds, quick debate, to 10 minutes, which is fabulous. Okay, so I'm going to show off, and I know it's weird to see double of me. I'm going to show off some of the really cool features that students can see. So first and foremost, when they hit record a response, you can go and they can go to show topic. So if they need to see the questions, there it is right there, and it could be right there for them the whole time. And they can move this over here if they need to. So there we go. They can remind themselves what they're talking through. That's great. And then over here, they can add a sticky note. So if I needed to really write things out before I talk about them, I can add a sticky note like first talk through point A. And that way the sticky notes are right there on the screen for them to kind of guide them through their talking. All right, so I'm going to show you some cool effects. Here I'm going to click on effects, and here we have some filters. Rainbow. That's fun. Okay, so we have some nifty filters here. This one's nifty. I like that one. Oh, we have, ooh, this one's real cool. This kind of matches my shirt. I like it. Very film noir. Ooh. And then here are two filters that I really want to show off. What if you have students that are like, ooh, I do not want my face to be shown. Nope. Nope. And you have some kiddos that are very nervous about, judgment with their surroundings, judgment with their face. I personally had a lot of acne as a kid, and I would have given anything not to show my face to anybody ever. And so this is a great way to do that. So you have these two options here, especially bricks. There you go. So you can't really see surroundings or face. You can still hear voice, which is great. And then pixel. And so again, can't really see face or surroundings. So those are two options to use so that students don't see other students' faces. They hear voices, and that's what we want, right? We want students to be able to talk through concepts because they need to be, practicing these speaking and listening skills. If we just expect them to sit down, shut up, and do their work in class, they're not going to be successful as adults because they're not going to be able to advocate for themselves verbally. So we want them to be able to speak through topics. All right, so those are two options to hide faces and surroundings. I really like that. You also have this button called duotone, which is kind of nifty. Yeah. So if students are doing like kind of short film-y things up to 10 minutes, they can have these filters to kind of make it more stylistic. Very nifty. So I'm going to go back here. Here we have frames as well. So here's this kind of neon frame, glitter. And as you can see, the filter stays. So we have paint. We have this kind of flare lens. Ooh. Okay, we have a picture one. This one I really like. So what if your students are practicing giving a news report? I really like this one. This is cool. All right, we have kind of the 60s vibe going on. Ooh, 70s, 60s? Well, let's see. Ooh, okay. I like this one, jungle theme. And the underwater theme. Okay, and then this one's weird. I don't know about this one. Like, what's up with the unicorn? But all right. It works. Okay, so those are frames. And then here we have emojis. They have a ton of stickers. Like a ton. So I can put sunglasses on myself. I like this space helmet thing. See, there you go. You can kind of, there you go. You can see my face kind of, there you go. You could play around with those all day. So again, they have a ton of stickers. They have where you can select stickers. They even have ASL stickers. Look at this. I love this. American Sign Language. So really cool things right there. They have reactions, accessories is what students love most, where you can put eyes on yourself, masks. So nifty. Okay, so those are stickers. So much fun. Too much fun. You can also have text off to the side. So I'm going to show that off. I've got, I'm going to do groovy text. Groovy text. Here we go. Hello. That's pretty nifty. And they just added some cool fonts. You can also click on, okay, fancy. Ooh, that's a little meh. Ooh, nice. Okay, so those are the text features, and you can play around with the styles. And then over here we have the draw feature, and you can play around with the thickness and the color, and you can draw on yourself, which is fun. Yes. I'm going to undo that. You can also make your whiteboard here. This is one of my favorite things. I'm going to go to board, and then check this out. You have the option of dots, and notice that I go away. You have an option of a graph. Ooh, so math teachers, hey. We got a notebook, so if you needed to practice letters. We also have just a blank whiteboard, a black board, a green board, a rainbow board, because why not? And we have this cool kind of, and then stars, yes. Now check this out. This is a new Flipgrid feature where you can split your screen. Isn't that the coolest? I love that. So let's check this out. I'm going to draw on this board. I'm going to make it white just so it'll show up. So I'm going to do a math problem. Check it. Da, 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 ba, do. So you can explain something and have students see your face at the same time. Is that not amazing? I love that so much. So that is there. You can also put a photo in. So for example, if you were a history teacher and you needed a map on the background, you could absolutely do that. So I'm going to click on photo. And so I can drop an image here to add to my Flipgrid. So again, I can add an image of a map. I can add an image of a painting. I can add an image of whatever I would like. I can add image of a text. Maybe I screenshot a piece of text and I annotate the text if I'm an ELA teacher or elementary teacher. So there are so many ways that you can utilize this split screen feature and the whiteboard feature. So awesome. All right, so now I'm going to click on options here and check this out. I can go to upload clips. So if you have already, filmed something on your phone or your tablet or, whatever you would like, you can absolutely upload a clip from there. Mirror window or mirror video. See, you can kind of mirror that. Ooh, I don't know which side is the best side. Anyway, you can absolutely say, nope, I don't want my audio. I just want it to be a silent film. You can do that. And then this is one of my favorite things. You can record your screen. So if you have a presentation that you want to project for students and kind of mark it up as you go and really talk through those talking points, you can absolutely record your screen with Flipgrid as well. So Flipgrid has a lot excuse me. Flipgrid has a lot going for it, and I really am loving all these new features. So all you have to do to record is just hit this lovely record button and go from there. Let's check it out. All right, so I'm all set, and all I have to do now is go to effects and draw. So I'm going to draw, and it's recording me drawing. Da, 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 ba, 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 ba. Cool. All right. And then I can go back to effects, and I can hit board, and I can make myself go away. I can make it white. Wonderful. Okay, I'm going to go back to effects and maybe do text. And I'm going to maybe show my students how to write a claim. So claim, an argument. Okay, statement. Ooh, and I'm going to shift this over. Let's see, I can shift it. All right, statement of opinion, that kind of thing. So you can absolutely live write on this whiteboard. I love that. Okay, I can go back to effects and I can absolutely put a sticker in here if I want, and so on and so forth. So there we go. All righty. So then I'm going to hit pause, and then I can move on and record more if I wanted to. So I'm going to do that. I hit paused, and now I'm going to record more. I'm now going to go to options and record screen. Here we go. And here we go. Now I'm capturing my screen, so I can go and hit this, and I can show students a interactive mystery game. I can show students, hey, there's this YouTube video about Mozart you should definitely check out. I can show students how to work something on Google Classroom. So there are so many ways that you could do that. So, all right, I am done recording my screen, so I can go stop recording. Set. And all I have to do now is go to effects and draw. So I'm going to draw, and it's recording me drawing. All right. So now what I can do, check this out, is I can rearrange. I love this feature. So I can take this, and I'm thinking, oh, this should really go before here. So I can take this and I can rearrange if I wanted to. And I can also, and all I have to do now is go to effect. And I can also take this and trim it up if I need to. Pretty nifty. And I can delete clip as well. So I'm going to confirm, set, and hit next. And then it will snap a selfie. Here we go. Lovely. Yep. And next, it's going to upload my video. I always ask students to put their last name as well, just in case I have two students with the same name. And then I have them put a title, and usually it's the title of the activity that we're doing or the lesson, etc. So claim writing and submit. And I'm actually not going to submit here, but that's where I would submit that. All right, and that's how students create a Flipgrid video. And that's how teachers, you can create a Flipgrid video as well. I like to create a Flipgrid video every week to walk my students through content, whether we're in-person learning or virtual learning or blended learning. And so this is something that students can pause and rewind and fast forward. And I know those are archaic terms. Don't make fun of me. Those are the main features of Flipgrid. So now what I'm going to do, and this will be the last thing I show you, is I'm going to show you how to reply to students' videos. And this is how students will reply to each other as well. So I'm going to go and see, this is a topic, engaging education, and this is Grace, and she is talking through what students really would love to see from teachers if we have to go all distance learning. And she has some amazing, amazing thoughts. So I'm going to click on Grace real quick.
Okay, so some help.
All right, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down a little bit, and here it says add a comment. And I'm going to click on add a comment. Here we go. And it pops up with another video. There we go. And I can record my reply to Grace right from this screen. So again, all I have to do is click on add a comment. I'm going to show that off one more time. So here I am on the topic. I'm going to click on whoever I want to reply to. I'm going to click on it here.
Okay.
And then add a comment. And it pops up with the screen, ready, and record. And there we go. So you can also email me at any time if you have any questions. I am a Flipgrid ambassador, so I would love to help you get started with Flipgrid.